I don't know if you can see those vultures up there, but they're up there for a reason. They're circling. You gotta be observant when you're in nature. Some of you go outdoors and you got a bag over your head and you're not connected at all unless you got a smartphone or an outdoor channel on. Here's what's going on. As those vultures are circling, the reason they're circling, they're like grizzly bears. When they hear the shot go off, it's amazing how nature's creatures can gravitate to man's intrusion and know that could mean supper for them. Now here's what's going on right over here. That's why those vultures are overhead, turkey vultures. There's a guy right there mowing the hayfield. And as he's mowing that hay, there will be death occur. Unfortunately, he's got a job to do. It's time to put up hay. But in doing so, there will be death in that field. And those vultures up above know that, and they will come down and clean up the carnage. Hope there's not too much death go on, but that's just the way it is. Man has to put up his hay crop. Does drop their fawns. And the rabbits have their babies out there. And farmer comes to mow the hay. It's the 4th day of June, and that hay needs mowed. Like I said, you got to really be observant when you go out in the outdoors. There's things always changing. And like I said, looking up in the sky tells you something's going on. And those vultures are up there for one reason, for lunch. And there will be lunch served sooner or later. And they'll find it from high above. Like I said, they're the prehistoric drones of this world. They're up there and they can see the carnage down below from where they're at. Yeah, I don't know how many people would actually observe that and know what was going on with the circling of those vultures and why. Because, and another thing, it's so cool to have a camera with you when you're outside to document this stuff. There's definitely going to be carnage of some kind on this field. Something had to be living in here, and those old scavengers, turkey vultures, will eventually find meal. They ain't spending their time circling the sky for nothing. Maybe we'll find what they find with the aid of them finding it first. Oh, while I'm on this subject, and I keep telling people, they talk about growing deer and white-tailed deer management and quality deer management. You see all this red clover in here? This is a perfect setup. Tall grass, I don't mow it. The rabbits come in here. But here's what you can do over here to enhance the overall habitat on a person's land. That's a brush pile. We built that brush pile because of the food source for the rabbit or whatever may be eating a mere 10 yards away. That way they can come and find a sanctuary away from the predators. And like I said, left this area tall, overgrown, for forage for all critters, not just the almighty white-tailed deer. And in reality, that white-tailed deer is so overrated. It has such dinky antlers compared to elk, moose, caribou. It's just, it's like, yeah, whatever. Comparing a crappie to a whale. Like I said, I don't mow in here. I may mow it. If I mow it, I'll mow it real late in the year and I'll mow it real high. But it's excellent small game habitat, you know. Because I want my grandson to experience the overall hunting from squirrels to rabbits. I don't want him just to be one tunnel focused, gotta kill the big buck. Now there's far more greater hunting opportunities for children than boring them to death, sitting hours on stands waiting for the big one when they could be harvesting squirrels, rabbits, and you name it, with a lot more fun and a lot more action. One of those brush piles. You make those seclusive, like that's a good one for the winter time, when so the rabbits have a place to get in with all these cedar trees and get underneath of there, and you know, they don't become coyote food. Gives them a place of sanctuary. But like I said, it's proper land management, not quality deer management. There's a doe on that newly mown hayfield. Now, it could have been looking for its baby. There's another doe out there on that field. Now that's strange. Only one knows what happened in there. Yeah, I did a little landscaping this morning. I went with mulch and rocks this year because it's really dry, so flowers would really have a hard time. So I'll just give you a little quick preview of what I did this morning. It's going to get about 100 a day, probably close to 90 right now. Yeah, that's supposed to look like the Browning buckmark. So I was going to do that years ago in flowers, but never got around to it. I figured this year would be as dry as it is. That'd be the best way to go. And we pan around here, you can see I got everything mulched. Little piece of heaven right here. Don't want to bore you with it. Been working since 5:30 this morning, getting this mulched, and got my snake back. And I have been having a raccoon problem, so I really put a lot of repellent on there. Yeah. So just out in the front yard of the cabin. It's really dry and it's getting really hot. And it's going to be 90 in the 90s for quite a few days. So other than trying to go with any annual flowers, we just decided to go with mulch and perennials that we already had going, so works a lot better. And over here is our newest addition. This is my western scheme. That's about how Wyoming looks in August. So like I say, there's Chuck's 2 cowboys that he gave me. As I stated last week, I'm going to let them weather just like the cowboys do, and take on their own hue of color. There's some unique rock formations in there. That's almost like a Pac-Man, or and that looks like some kind of a monster. Anyhow, in a non-typical way of thinking. But I just wanted to share that with you this morning. It's about 12:30, so that's 5:30. I don't know, 6 hours, 7 hours of getting it done. And I don't think too many got a much better view off their front porch, back porch, or any porch in life than what you're looking at right there. So that's it. Non-typical Nora walk-in. Looks like fresh venison, rabbit is on the menu today for Mother Nature's creatures.